Understanding agoraphobia, a deep dive into the fear of open spaces. Agoraphobia, often misunderstood as simply a fear of open spaces, is a complex anxiety disorder that can have a profound impact on an individual's life. It is characterized by an intense fear of situations where escape might be difficult or help unavailable if a panic attack occurs. This can include a wide range of environments, such as crowded places, open spaces, or even being outside the home alone. For those affected, agoraphobia can be debilitating, leading to significant restrictions in daily activities and social interactions. The nature of agoraphobia. Agoraphobia is more than just a fear of open spaces. It is an intricate interplay of anxiety and avoidance behaviors. People with agoraphobia often avoid places or situations that might trigger a panic attack. These can include crowded places like shopping malls, public transportation, or even simple activities like walking in a park. The avoidance behavior can become so pervasive that individuals may become housebound, unable to leave their safe zones without experiencing severe anxiety. To truly grasp the impact of agoraphobia, it's essential to consider the personal experiences of those who live with the condition. Take the story of Jane, for example. Jane was a vibrant woman in her mid-30s, leading a successful career and enjoying an active social life. However, after experiencing several unexpected panic attacks in public, her life began to change dramatically. Jane's first panic attack occurred in a crowded subway station. The overwhelming sense of dread, coupled with physical symptoms like heart palpitations and shortness of breath, left her terrified. She managed to get home, but the fear of another attack loomed large. Gradually, she started avoiding the subway, then buses, and eventually even taxis. The thought of being in any situation where she might feel trapped became unbearable. Over time, Jane's world shrank. She stopped going to work, missed social gatherings, and even struggled to leave her apartment to buy groceries. Her once lively and fulfilling life became a series of confined spaces and missed opportunities. Jane's story is not unique. Many individuals with agoraphobia share similar experiences of isolation and restriction. Symptoms and diagnosis. The symptoms of agoraphobia can vary widely from person to person but typically include intense fear or anxiety about being in situations where escape might be difficult or embarrassing, or where help might not be available during a panic attack. Avoidance of such situations, which can include being outside the home alone, being in a crowd, or traveling by car, bus, or plane. Physical symptoms during a panic attack, such as rapid heartbeat, chest pain, dizziness, trembling, sweating, nausea, and shortness of breath. Feelings of helplessness or being trapped. Diagnosing agoraphobia involves a thorough evaluation by a mental health professional. The process typically includes a detailed interview to understand the individual's symptoms, their impact on daily life, and any history of panic attacks or other anxiety disorders. Sometimes, questionnaires or scales are used to assess the severity of the condition. Causes and risk factors. The exact cause of agoraphobia is not fully understood, but several factors are believed to contribute to its development. There is evidence to suggest that agoraphobia can run in families, indicating a potential genetic predisposition. Environmental stressors, traumatic events, significant life changes, or chronic stress can trigger agoraphobia in susceptible individuals. Personality traits. People with certain personality traits, such as a tendency towards anxiety or a heightened sensitivity to stress, may be more prone to developing agoraphobia. Other anxiety disorders. Agoraphobia often coexists with other anxiety disorders, such as panic disorder. Agoraphobia frequently develops as a complication of panic disorder. Fortunately, agoraphobia is a treatable condition. A combination of therapies is often the most effective approach. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is a well-established treatment for agoraphobia. It involves identifying and challenging the negative thought patterns and behaviors that contribute to the disorder. Exposure therapy, a component of CBT, gradually exposes individuals to feared situations in a controlled and systematic way, helping them build confidence and reduce avoidance behaviors. Antidepressants and anti-anxiety medications can help manage the symptoms of agoraphobia. Selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, SSRIs, and benzodiazepines are commonly prescribed. Regular exercise, a healthy diet, and good sleep hygiene can all contribute to reducing anxiety levels. Mindfulness and relaxation techniques, such as meditation and deep breathing exercises, can also be beneficial. Joining a support group can provide individuals with agoraphobia a sense of community and understanding. Sharing experiences and coping strategies with others who face similar challenges can be incredibly empowering. Jane's journey to recovery. Returning to Jane's story, her path to recovery began when she reached out for professional help. Initially hesitant, she started working with a therapist who specialized in anxiety disorders. Through CBT, Jane began to understand the underlying thought patterns that fueled her agoraphobia. Her therapist introduced her to exposure therapy, starting with small steps like standing outside her apartment door and gradually progressing to short walks in her neighborhood. Jane also started taking medication to help manage her anxiety, which allowed her to engage more fully in her therapy sessions. With time and perseverance, Jane's world began to expand. She learned to confront her fears and regain control over her life. Although the journey was challenging, Jane's determination and the support she received made all the difference. The broader impact of agoraphobia. Agoraphobia not only affects the individuals who suffer from it but also has a broader impact on their families, friends, and society. Impact on families and relationships. Families of individuals with agoraphobia often face significant challenges. They may need to adjust their lives to accommodate the needs of their loved ones, which can include providing transportation, assisting with daily tasks, and offering emotional support. The strain on relationships can be considerable, as the dynamics within the family shift to cope with the disorder. Economic impact. The economic impact of agoraphobia is also noteworthy. Individuals with severe agoraphobia may be unable to work, leading to a loss of income and financial instability. Additionally, the cost of treatment, including therapy and medications, can be substantial. The broader economy can also be affected due to decreased productivity and increased healthcare costs associated with the disorder. Social stigma. Despite increased awareness about mental health issues, agoraphobia, like many other mental health conditions, can still carry a social stigma. Misunderstanding and judgment from others can exacerbate the isolation and anxiety that individuals with agoraphobia experience. Education and advocacy are crucial in reducing stigma and fostering a more supportive environment for those affected. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe to support this channel. Please share across social media platforms to reach a wider audience. Coping strategies and support. Living with agoraphobia requires ongoing coping strategies and support systems. Here are some practical tips for individuals and their families. Building a network of supportive friends, family, and healthcare professionals is vital. This network can provide emotional support, practical assistance, and encouragement. Prioritizing self-care is essential. This can include engaging in hobbies, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and practicing relaxation techniques. Recovery from agoraphobia is a gradual process. Setting small, achievable goals can help build confidence and a sense of accomplishment. Understanding agoraphobia and educating those around you can help reduce stigma and foster a supportive environment. Technology can be a valuable tool for staying connected with others. Virtual support groups, online therapy, and social media can provide a sense of community and reduce feelings of isolation. Agoraphobia is a complex and challenging disorder that can significantly impact an individual's life. However, with the right treatment, support, and coping strategies, it is possible to manage and overcome the condition. Personal stories, like Jane's, highlight the resilience and determination of those affected, offering hope and inspiration to others facing similar challenges. Understanding and addressing agoraphobia requires a compassionate and holistic approach. one that recognizes the unique experiences of each individual and provides the necessary support for recovery. Exposure therapy is a critical component of cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, used to treat agoraphobia. It involves gradually exposing individuals to feared situations in a controlled and systematic way, helping them build confidence and reduce avoidance behaviors. Here are some specific examples of exposure therapy exercises for agoraphobia. Hierarchy of fears. 1. The first step in exposure therapy is to identify specific situations that trigger anxiety. This can range from mildly uncomfortable scenarios to highly distressing ones. 2. The individual and therapist create a list of feared situations, ranked from least to most anxiety-provoking. This list guides the exposure exercises, starting with the least challenging tasks. Gradual exposure exercises. 1. Staying at the door. Stand at the doorway of the house with the door open. Gradually step outside and stay there for a few minutes. Increase the duration over time until standing outside feels comfortable. 2. Walking short distances. Start by walking to the end of the driveway or just down the street. Gradually extend the distance to a neighbor's house, a nearby park, or around the block. Repeat the exercise regularly to build confidence. 3. Visiting a nearby store. Begin by walking to a local convenience store during off-peak hours. Spend a few minutes inside, perhaps purchasing a small item. Gradually increase the time spent in the store and visit during busier times. 4. Using public transportation. Start by standing at a bus stop or train station without boarding. Progress to getting on the bus or train for one stop and then disembarking. Gradually increase the number of stops and the duration of the ride. 5. Attending social gatherings. Begin with small, familiar social gatherings, such as a family dinner. Gradually attend larger events, like a friend's party or a community event. Practice staying for longer periods and interacting with more people. 6. Shopping in a mall. Start with a short visit to a less crowded shopping mall. Walk through the mall without entering any stores initially. Gradually enter stores, make small purchases, and increase the duration of visits. 7. Eating in a restaurant. Begin by visiting a quiet, familiar restaurant during non-peak hours. Order a drink or a small snack and stay for a short time. Gradually extend the visit to include full meals and dining during busier times. 8. Driving alone. Start by sitting in the parked car with the engine off. Progress to driving short distances around the neighborhood. Gradually increase the distance and drive to specific destinations, such as a friend's house or a nearby store. Virtual exposure. 1. Virtual reality exposure therapy, VRET, use VR technology to simulate feared environments, such as crowded malls or public transportation. This method allows individuals to experience and confront their fears in a controlled and safe setting. 2. Online simulations. Engage in online simulations that mimic real-world scenarios, such as walking through a virtual city or visiting a virtual store. These simulations can help desensitize individuals to their fears gradually. In vivo exposure. 1. Guided exposure with a therapist. The therapist accompanies the individual to feared situations, providing support and guidance. This can help build confidence and ensure safety during the exposure exercises. 2. Solo practice. After initial guided exposures, individuals practice the exercises on their own. Keeping a journal to track progress, note anxiety levels, and reflect on experiences can be helpful. Combining exposure with relaxation techniques. 1. Deep breathing exercises. Practice deep breathing before, during, and after exposure exercises to manage anxiety levels. 2. Progressive muscle relaxation. Use muscle relaxation techniques to reduce physical tension and promote a sense of calm during exposure. Gradual increase in complexity. 1. Combining triggers. Once comfortable with individual triggers, combine them for more complex exposure exercises. For example, take public transportation to a crowded shopping mall and spend time there. 2. Increasing duration and frequency. Gradually increase the duration of exposure to feared situations and the frequency of practice sessions. Consistent practice is crucial for desensitization and building confidence. Monitoring and adjusting. 1. Regular review with therapist. Regularly review progress with a therapist to adjust the exposure plan as needed. Celebrate successes and address any setbacks or challenges. 2. Self-monitoring. Keep a detailed log of exposure exercises, noting anxiety levels, thoughts, and feelings. Use this log to identify patterns and areas that need additional focus. Exposure therapy for agoraphobia is a highly individualized process, tailored to the specific fears and progress of each person. With persistence, support, and gradual exposure, individuals can significantly reduce their anxiety and regain control over their lives. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe to our channel for more self-improvement videos. Comment below to tell us how useful you found this video. Remember to share on various social media platforms to reach a wider audience. Click the notification bell to get notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.